Good afternoon. It is a Sunday and we are making a new video. Before I start the video, please like, comment and subscribe. Where do you get your stock from? How's your week on eBay been? And subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Good afternoon, everybody. Now, it's a Sunday and I wanted to make a video on where to get your eBay stock to resell from. There are numerous ways that you can get stock to resell on eBay, and there are lots of steps to go in what is going to make it a profitable business model. But today I want to give you 5 places that you can get stock to resell on eBay from with little to no capital. They're perfect if you're just starting out, and also for the intermediate and advanced users as well. Some of these you can purchase a lot of stock from, providing it's within your profit margins and the quality of stock is still there. And of course, you can get it for a low enough cost of goods. The first one I want to talk about is charity shops. Now, charity shops will almost always have good stock for you to resell, but it's labor intensive. You're going to have to go to multiple towns, you're going to have to go to multiple stores. You might come away with absolutely nothing some days, you might come away with 3 or 4 bits. Me personally, if I'm doing a day of charity shop hauling, I want to be getting at least 10 items. So 10 items that are going to fit within my £10 profit per item margin. Some of them are going to be more, like the Ralph Lauren trousers that recently sold. I think they sold for just under 90 all in. We paid £4 for those, so you will get those from time to time, but more often than not, it's going to be your more bread and butter items. Lee jeans, Wrangler jeans, Levi jeans, Ralph Lauren shirts, Tommy Hilfiger shirts, all of those sort of things. But if you're just starting out and you have little capital, charity shops are one of the places whereby you can invest a little amount of money for a good return. So that would be the first place that I would start. Number 2 is car boot sales. Now, car boot sales are great if you are interested in getting a variety of stock. If you want to stick to just clothing, sometimes it's not the best place to source stock, but it is a really good place to source stock for other things. So whether that be any appliances, electricals, quite literally anything. That's what I used to do. I've now streamlined into clothing, but car boot sales were one of the places where I would get the majority of my stock, which was good quality stock. It was a really, really cheap cost of goods, and I could always multiply my money from it. So if you're sticking to clothing, car boot sales I wouldn't really dabble in too much, but if you're selling everything else, car boot sales are arguably the best place to get quality stock from, especially in the summertime as well. Number 3 is wholesalers. Now, wholesalers are a bit of a controversial one because more often than not, you have to go through quite a few to get one that you fully trust. I've tried multiple ones over the years. I recently bought some stock off Vintage Wholesale Supply, which was 40 pairs of Wrangler and Lee jeans, which worked out to about £4.50, including VAT and postage per piece. They're probably due to come next week, so I'll make a video on what the sort of quality of stock is. I've been told they're grade A, which is what I only buy grade A. But wholesalers are a good way of ordering bulk amounts of stock at quite a low cost of goods. Sometimes you will pay up a little bit because that wholesaler has done the work for you in terms of sorting it, finding out what it is, whether it's a shirt or a jumper or a pair of jeans, and then they're going to sell it to make their margin on it. You will then buy it from them, put your margin on top of it and put it on your platform, whether it's eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Vinted, whatever it may be. So sometimes you might find you're paying a little bit more, but you're not spending time, you're not spending money on fuel, sourcing from charity shops and car boot sales. So wholesalers are good if you want to be ramping up your business and you want to be ordering a lot of stock, because charity shop hauling isn't really sustainable long term if you're going to be listing 25 plus per day. So wholesalers do have to sort of come into the mix. You can still do your charity shops and your car boots, but sometimes to bulk up your store you will be needing to use wholesalers. A defect rate is something that you need to pay attention with when you're buying from wholesalers. All wholesalers will have a slightly different defect rate, but as a general rule of thumb, it's 0 to 10%. So make sure you are accounting for that when you're buying from wholesalers and not thinking that you're going to sell every single item at the max price. There is going to be some items which will have defects in there, which is all part of the process of finding a reliable wholesaler. So number 3, I would say wholesalers. Number 4, Facebook Marketplace. I've used Facebook Marketplace to pick up a ton of stock over the years. Not so much clothing, but other things, such as speakers, some shoes actually, to be fair, sunglasses, things like that. Facebook Marketplace is a great way of getting stock in your local area, usually for quite a cheap cost of goods. Something I would definitely recommend scouring through every now and again is Facebook Marketplace to find out who is in your local area, what are they selling, how much can you get it for. So the 4th one that I would recommend would be Facebook Marketplace. And number 5, quite simply and purely, is friends and family. You may have friends that have clothes that they don't wear, similarly to probably what's in your wardrobe right now, clothes that you don't wear that you can sell. Friends and family, even putting Facebook ads saying, I will buy your clothes. You might have people reach out and say, I've got this, this and this, what would you offer for it? And that's a great way of people coming to you instead of you having to go and search for it. But friends and family will almost 100% of the time have items that they don't wear anymore, that are stuck in the back of the cupboard, which may be worth some money, which they just want to get rid of. They may even want to give it to you, but if you offer them some money for it, then friends and family is a great way to pick up stock. Also the best way to pick up stock if you have very, very low capital. So that's 5 ways I would source stock from. If you are just starting out, I would recommend the friends and family and the charity shop route, because you can start with a real little amount of capital, and once you build that up, then you can look at some of the other ways to get stock from as well. Thanks for watching, see you next time.